Canto 16. A hum, like distant beehives, filled the air from where the stream fell to hell's lower pit. Then three souls left a crowd and ran to us, yelling, "Tell us the news from Florence, you whose clothing tells that you belong there too." Alas, the ugly scabs burnt into them, old, fresh, big, small, I hated to behold, grieved to recall. My guide said, "Be polite, another chat won't hurt you." As we paused, they moved by the dike like wrestlers about to grapple in a ring, but wheeling round sideways, while moving feet, bodies, and heads to keep their faces to me. Then one said, "Her blistering baldness on this ledge of hell may cause contempt, but let our fame incline some respect in you. He, naked, flayed, and hidden whose steps I tread, served Florence well with counsel and with sword. Guido Guerriero was his name. Him, behind me, was Lord Tegahio Aldobrandi, whose word, if heeded, would have saved us hopeless strife. I am Jack Rusticucci, driven here through vices fostered by my prudish wife." I wanted to leap down, embrace each one, which my good master surely had allowed. The dread of roasting held me back. Instead, I bowed and said, "Not contempt but dismay is mine on seeing you in such a state, heroes of our old city's government, which once kept Florence's gloriously great. I will return here in due course, but first must pass amongst the lowest of the curse." He cried, "Long life and fame to you! But say, how Florence is today? Do courtesy and courage still survive? Are they quite gone? Some recent who joined our company brought most displeasing news." Raising my face, I cried, "New men enriched by trade parade in Florence, using ill-got gains to rule in ways which make you weep." My hearers stared at each other, sharing that dismal truth, praising me for talking straight of what I knew, begged when beneath Italian skies again I'd speak of them, then broke their wheel and ran with legs as quick as wings over the plain, vanishing before I could say Amen. We too moved on, until the waterfall blattered so loudly it almost drowned our speech. Just as Forlì of the Apennines and the river Aquascetti from an edge leaps down a height 1,000 falls might use, the thunder of the water stunned my mind. I wore a cord round my waist, the kind Franciscans wear to tell them to stay chaste. At this request I gave it to my guide, who cast it far out into the abyss. Surely, I thought, now something very strange will come of this. And so indeed it did. To state a fact that people won't believe is most unwise. They'll think that you deceive. But if I do not tell the truth here, my tale, this comedy, is surely bound to fail. As I gazed deep down through the murky air, I saw come swimming slowly up a shape that would amaze the bravest of the brave, like a huge thing long drowned below the tide, but freed to rise, it rose with arms spread wide.